Right, I'm live. Hello everyone. Welcome to Peter Ray's Adventures. Part-time eBay reseller from the south of London. So let's turn that down. 30 years old. Been reselling since 2016, the beginning of. Not much more I can say. Today's stream, it's called Actually Listing the Stuff You Buy. As last week I did sourcing, listing and selling. So this week's going to be listing. And then obviously I do a few like sourcing and then selling as such. Let me just go through. Have a look. Happy Chaps popped in. Thanks for popping in. And Nick's says it's going to pop in for later. Wicked. Gem's in as well. Simply reselling a blobby. Marsden, Rosie's popped in. Tom is in as well. Night's Life, Tori, and Chris Tyler. Yeah, the hair's gone. Had a haircut. If you didn't know, I had a haircut on Monday, and Julie needed. It was like out here. It was all mental. The hair, but I sort of like for a period back in May and June had like a big like mullet feel right down the back. It was horrible. Welsh Wonders popped in. So, do let me know about how you list your items when you've brought them and how you get them listed. Thank you very much, Blobby. I've got a couple of banners here. So, first one, listing. How do you do it? So, how do you list your items? Andrew's here with his spanner out, yes, like usual. Fat Girl Sewing's popped in, so is Jimmy. Thanks for popping in. So, listing, how do you list? So, meaning when you get buying an item, for example, you brought a VHS tape. I just got a few things out. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, for example. You got to think to yourself, right? How much is it worth on eBay? Will I eBay it or Facebook it or other sites? And then just go through and scan the barcode and see how much it's worth on eBay and price comparison. Or if you've got loads like me, if you haven't checked my video out on the haul I got for the VHS tapes and others, do check it out. I got 50 plus VHS tapes and off a guy I know. And it's basically thinking, right, you're going to get these, quite a lot of these are bundled. So what you want to do is look at your barcode and see how much it is individually first. Check the box. Is it going to be a good one? Oh. And the on the edges, if it's broken or scratches or whatever else. And the VHS tapes, what I normally do is I normally go through and bundle 6 up at a time. If they're like Disney or for example, if they're not worth a certain amount of money, I'll bundle up 6 because you can get them under 2 kg, 2 kilograms, under 6. So if you don't want to be bundling more up over 2 kilograms for just normals, if it's a whole series, fair enough, like Only Fools and Horses, etc. and others. But you want to do at least at most about 6. I think it's like 1.7 or whatever it is. And then when it comes to packing, you've under the 2 kilogram limit. Stu's popped in. Thanks for popping in. And Lucy's in as well. Let's have a look. Happy Chat there says, I try and list the easy shoot and list items first. Ones that can take testing, etc. go on the pile and get worked through them. Yes. That's the other thing. Is testing the VHS tapes, if you can, for example, because obviously, as most of you know, VHS tapes, pick one out, and bits here, they can get all tangled. Normally, you get them at a car boot for like 20p each, not even that, under £1 usually. This was at a car boot. It's the same, little bit the same with these box sets. These ones, you kind of look out for what I call filler items. These are Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You've got the Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom. These are what I call filler. So to fill your eBay store up with low value over £10. I don't list anything under £10. I haven't done that for a long time. But what you're thinking of is going through and listing for over £10, then it fills your store up to bump up your other more profitable items. So hopefully you get a sale. Like what happened today is, cut long story short, a guy was messaging me about a couple of Diablos 2 and the expansion on PC that had like codes. I listed it and scrubbed out the codes, the key codes, and the guy was messaging me, and I didn't get back to him, and then I was like, oh, something sold earlier. I was like, oh, so the Diablos. So the guy messaging me, he must have bumped the eBay algorithm on that one straight up, and the guy must have seen that and brought it, which was good. That's what I like to do. But you got to remember the box sets, especially VHSs, are higher for the amount of weight, so you got to be careful with those. I'll just go in and pop in, take that banner off the screen and pop in, say hello to a few other legends. Deep Fried Deals popped in, thanks for popping in. Night's Life's popped in, thanks for popping in. I have a massive lot of stock as I keep buying, and then I've run out of time to list, but brought today and listed most of it today. Xbox 360, PS4 Guitar Heroes, Live Double Guitar Pack, Pasta Maker, etc. Yes, that's what I will be coming on to in a bit, about the time to list. You run out of time to list, which always happens with whatever you do. If you work, or if you're part-time, or if you've got family, or etc. Derek's popped in as well. Just going down there. If you got good questions, put your questions in. Hurricane Ian's in. Yeah, they definitely. I always pick them up when I can, because most of them, like Disney's as such, can be bundled up. And you can get a lot of the VHS tapes shoved on Facebook Marketplace. And a lot of go well with collectors. If you've seen that Australian channel, the Aussie VHS collector, he collects VHSs as well as sells them. He's got stacks and stacks and stacks of them. They're a collector's market, like anything really. Yes, indeed. The Indiana Jones or Chitty, I think it might be Indiana Jones. Okay, yep. I picked up, I think about £2 or £3 last boot sale. I think it was something like that. I thought, why not? It's going to sit in my store, fill it up. It will sell. I've just got to get it listed off and photographed as well. It's in a pile to do. But I'll come onto that as well in a bit. Hi Lucy Hughes. Chris Tyler's in as well. I'm not sure if I said hi to Chris. Just jumped there. I've had VHS and cassette tapes actually gone mouldy. Yeah. Depends where you leave them though. It's a difficult thing with a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's very true, Lucy. Yep. Indeed. On that respect as well, and the other branching out, you buy as much as you can store. If you can't store it, you can't buy it. Try and list it, which I'll come on to in a bit. Georgina's popped in. Hello, Georgina. Kim Moxham's popped in. Yeah, so Happy Chap says there, which I'll come on to in a bit. He works 30 hours a week in retail. During boot system, I've never had enough listing time. Yeah, that's the problem, which I shall come on to in a bit. Let's go back down. I did the how do you list it, how do you do it. So the next one here is you've got your best place to list items. So that basically means two ways. The best site to use, like for example Facebook Marketplace, Spot, Craigslist if you're in America, eBay, Amazon, and other stuff, where to list your items on. If it's going to be your VHS tapes or your bundles of Xbox 360 games. So, like these, I got these £35 plus the Xbox 360 you've seen in that video. If you haven't seen it, check it out on my channel. Went to a local boot and got a good Xbox 360 with other stuff as well. So you got to check all these games. It's having the time to go through and check them and play them on the consoles. Quite a lot of these got scratches, deep scratches. So I've got to go through, and some of these have got, I'm not sure if I can find one, but some will have broken bits off and knocks and bits, as you can see, mostly filler items. Modern Warfare 2 is okay, better on PS3. And obviously, you've got stuff it wrote on them as well. It was a lady, his son, who was getting rid of it for the newer consoles. But as you know, I brought a job lot of cases, over 100 of them, for the lady down the road on Marketplace. And it was for free, so I can swap out some of these if they need to be. So it's taking time to list. So the best place to list these will be Facebook with the Xbox bundle. I've got games for the other Xboxes because I've got 4 now. Got test 1, 3's been tested, and they've all got, one's excellent condition, the other 2 have got varying niggles, which I need listing on eBay. But you've got to go through all these. It takes time. Hopefully a lot of these work. And you got to, when you go on to list them, you've got to say to yourself, right, I'm going to put on a list in, they've got deep scratches, they do work. All you got to do is what I do with consoles, test them for 5 minutes, take a couple of photographs of the actual console and the game on the TV, and then just take a couple of photographs of the couple of games that are on there. You don't need to take them all. Like, for example, you ain't going to take them all like that. It's going to take forever, but mostly filler items, that's okay. Pure and Batman the video game. But most of them are just the bundle fodder. Oops, ow, ow. Oh, there we go. So your best place to write as well, and also your best place to list your items. So that also means you're photographing sessions as well. Whereas once you photographed it, then you get them listed. Let's take that off the screen now. Any questions? Do ask away. Hi Leanne, thanks for popping in. Tea Cakes is in as well. I might need to put a few more as moderators as well. Anyone, let's have a look there. Let's go up 3. Pete's in as well. So let's have a look there. We'll go through. Let's have a look. So I'm just going through and see there. I try and cheers Grant. Go through. Let's have a look. So let me know. Craig, Paradox Picker, Welsh Wonder. Tom Curry, if you want to be a moderator. Obviously, I can't moderate everyone, but just a few more. Roses, where if you want to be a moderator, for example. Cheers, Grant. There's only one Peter. I sold a few VHS tapes, Songs of South. No, I'm in the original. Whoa. Sweet as. I've not seen the Songs of the South yet, but that's worth over 100 if you get a proper mint. Evening A, thanks for popping in. Sold a series of VHS over the weekend in my last video. Alright, I'm so far behind the videos, Tom. I'll try and check it out as soon as I can. I'm a long period through videos, so I try and catch up. I say to Pete. Fair enough. It's worth 60 to 100 for whatever reason, but it's a good one to have. I've never seen it out in the wild. I've seen it like on the telly because I used to watch it as a kid. Let's have a look. So I'm just going down there. Okie dokie, gem. Lol, tea cakes. No, there's a lot of people. What I'm saying is, a lot of people who I've put as spanners don't even watch anymore. I've had different channels, so they don't use that channel anymore. Not at the moment. I'm part-time, but I will be working again. I couldn't through lockdown. It'll only be a part-time position, a couple of days a week, just to bump up the money so I can do more eBay. But I've obviously, as I say, the parents are over 70 anyway, so they need looking after and helping out and all that. As I say, I'm going tomorrow with my mum to my local area, Epsom, to look at the charity shops while she buzzes around the markets and stuff and go round. Hopefully pick up some stuff. For me, I got a couple of bits done. A couple of listings done. I was tidying up and sorting out receipts. Fun times. And answering stupid eBay messages. Tom says, sure. Okie dokie, let's get Tom in. Tom. There we go, Tom. You're our moderator. Let's have a look. Sorry if I'm okay there. Right. There we go. Wicker Man seems to hold its value. Indeed, yes. So I'm just going down. Oh, it's just jumped. How much you got? Might want to give it a try. Oh, I'm not sure. He must have put it on anyway. But I try and moderate people who've been on the channel for quite a long time, who I know will be a good moderator, pretty much. Hi Fred, thanks for popping in, Fred. And Seb's popped in. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That's a laugh. Yeah, it's a good garden because my mum and that looks after it quite well. Really well. But, how can I put it? See the brown patches? That was basically, can't remember what she put on there, but she was doing some, like, killing the weeds. Accidentally put the wrong thing on and burnt all the grass. It was ruddy hilarious over time. I think I mentioned Nut Hill. Oh, yeah, free car boot. Yeah, a lot of people, because the vinegar jars getting a lot of subs and people saying like, oh, I'm going to here, going to there. Yeah, I try and work out as well because it's difficult from where I live. That's about 25-minute drive, local car boot. But I go to others. I might go to a couple of different ones. Well, probably one different one because I went to the Priest Hill last Saturday, but I might go to the different one on Saturday. But most of them, apparently, like the A3, you get in there 6 o'clock, 6:30, and there's only a few rows left started, so it takes forever to get busy. To worry. Just keep listing and revising your items, Craig. Mine are not great either, but it's down to me being a bit lazy. Okay, Jim. That's Andrew for you. Banhammer Andrew. And to be fair, he sort of, what's the word? There we go, Jim. Badgered me into hammering anyway, hammer him down. The next one here, as we can see, we've got quite a few. List there. Buy it now, best offer auction. Let us know if you do buy it now, best offer or auction. What's your best one to do for certain types of items? For example, bundles of games or single games. Your VHS sets or VHS players, your clothing items. If you're using just eBay or do Depop and others. Whoa. So if I missed anyone about the spanners, moderators, wrenches, if in America. Anytime. Welcome to the team, Tom and Gem. Rosie's in. Excellent. I'll do that for you, Rosie. Let's have a look. Moderator. There we go. Let's have a look. So if I missed you, Craig, you say you want to be a moderator, let us know. But let's have a look down there. So, for me, I probably do best offer a lot. I tend to forget to do auctions. I usually get quite crap auctions, you know. The auction sales tend to start at like certain percentage of money, and it certainly just stays until one sod does the old sniping and gets it for like 99p or a couple of quid. When you can do best offer and try and accept as well. I do a lot of sales and promotions every week, just for the whole week, and then revise it every Monday. What I'm gonna do, but it's difficult. Let us know what you do. Buy it now, best offer or auction. Oh, you do because you live near A3, happy chap. I would do the other way. That's what the vinegar jar said, Pete. He probably would only do A3 if Hook wasn't on, because he lives near a Hook than the A3. Same with me, I live on top of Hook. Literally. I could crawl out of bed and just wander, but I get the car, and the trolley, the new granny trolley, with the big wheels, and go through. Yeah, I've only ever been once to A3. Because, like, I know from various people saying you got to get there at 5:30, 6 o'clock, because there's free car parking spaces. Like with Hook Road, there's 2. Normally I get in the first couple of rows when I get there at 6. I went there at 7:30 last week, and I was in the second field, and because I didn't really need to go early, but still picked up some good stuff like the Xbox 360 controller and wires and stuff and all that for a £10. It's not got the like the gigabyte one. It's only like the megabyte, but it still sell well. Got to test that at some point soon. Slow sales this week. Don't know how about anyone else. Think a lot more people doing the car boot and selling. I would agree with you there, Kim, about the selling as well. A lot of people, even like George Ross was selling the other week, and some of the others. I think Sam Polly's sold a one. Yeah, a lot of people, especially with them sending a lot of stuff to the charity shop. I've got a local charity shop, Oxfam, in my local town, that's going to be that's opening already. Last Friday, I think it opened, and I've got somebody who works in there, insiders and stuff, and they said he's got like lots of donations, a lot of good stuff. But best to get in there at certain times, because obviously it's very busy. We're only allowing 4 people in, and that's like, for example, 4 adults. So I've got kids, an adult and a kid, adult and a kid. So it's the biggest shop. It's like great, but as long as it's not raining, because it's difficult. Like when you're going to a charity shop, you stand outside the queue. You've got your mask on and all that, because you've got to wear your mask soon anyway. I do it anyway in your hand gel, rubbing it all that. Anyway, and then you see people walking out with the flipping good stuff, and then they can't say to them, and like people are working it. Oh, you only got 5 minutes. It's a limited time there, isn't it? Amount of time you've got. But yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah, I got to pick up myself with sales. It's a 4-hour travel, says Tea Cakes. Biggest one for me is A3. I've not been this year, but I don't know if I will go, depending on if Hook's not on or others, but don't know. They're being banhammered. Okay, let's have a look. So for me, I do best offer a lot. It's easier for me with best offers. A couple more there. It's going to put through. Sales are okay, says Lucy. June was hard to beat. Cool. As long as you get some decent sales. Hi, Reseller Kid. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, if you have your algorithm where you list what Peter Cummins does, 5 live per day, or if you do 2 or 3 a day, it works out, and then you can do your sales, your promotions. For example, indeed they did. Yep, Chelsea won yesterday, only 1-0, but it was good. Sorry if it's just jumped. Listing has gone to pot, says Leanne. Been sourcing this week, plus making goodness knows how many face masks to friends. Yeah, that's the thing. That brings you nicely, Leanne, onto my next one. I've got one more after this. Less distractions when listing. So, for example, what Leanne says there is you've got to go sourcing. Fair enough if you're doing your arbitrage, or you got your big bundles like Nicholas or Car Boot Chris with the clothing items and plushes. But if you've got to go sourcing, you're taking that time out from your listing. Plus, then you got your friends and family to help out, and what Leanne says there, make masks. And so, less distractions. Basically meaning less YouTube videos. We all fall into this, we all fall into the pile of YouTube videos. We get distracted every day. There's more and more people doing the reselling game. Fair enough, we all watch different other than reselling, but quite a lot of us just watch mainly reselling people. Anyway, cut a long story short, is we get distracted by saying, oh, so-and-so's gone live, ping, 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 oh. Or your Facebook notification, or your Instagram, or your parents want something, or if you live at home, or if your kids want to be picked up from school, or because obviously at the moment, as you can see, the kids are off school soon. I think in a week's time they're off school, so that means distractions. Anytime, Gem, been a regular on the channel for a long time. Had one sale today, says Seller Kid. Sony Handycam, paid 30, sold for about 100. Whoa. Nice one. I've only had the one, the bit of media, which was the I said earlier, I've forgotten the games I sold. Diablo 2 and expansion pack number 2. Sold for 16.20 overall, but I don't do low value media. Where's my spanner? Lol. Everyone wants a spanner, do they? Night's Life there. Stick on Night's Life. Right. Buy it now. Get sick of it. Until I get sick of it. Auctions, the last chance to get shot of stuff. Always do Lego Warhammer bundles, not auction. I'm not saying like it's different stuff you can sell in auction. It's just I don't get many variants on auction anyway. So it's basically saying the fact that like you're trying to work that out with the auction things, your algorithm on that, trying to end your auctions and start them at a certain period when people are at home, like your Sunday nights. Basically, you're trying to end your auctions before Nicholas Hills goes live, because he's the one who nicks all the sales. Choking. Right, Reseller Kid. Oh, go on then, Reseller Kid. Yes, I'll give you a spanner. Be kind. Be kind. And you know it can be taken away. Oh, Andrew. Oh. Corners Creations. New subscriber here. Just started to go into car boots, charity shops, etc. To get football-related items. What are your favourite items to buy? Thanks for subscribing today. Much appreciated. If you haven't hit the notification bell, everyone, do hit the notification bell. Check out everyone else's channel as well. My favourite things to buy. Well, I brought loads of things. Gaming. Different types of gaming stuff. VHS tapes. What else do I like to buy? Toys. Power Ranger toys. Because For me, I'm a big Power Rangers fan, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers up until Lightspeed Rescue. When I think when I was about 11, I went through the period of Power Rangers. Was showing it in my latest video. What else I like? I like to try and pick up tripods, media like your CDs, these different types of CDs, your board games, your Monopolies, your Empires, your Cluedos, for example. A lot of things I like to try and pick. Clothing items as well, when I can find it. There's a local charity shop to me, but still closed. It's a shame, because that's my bread and butter for clothing. Because the car boots, you really literally got to get straight in to the what do you call it? Straight in for the clothing items. Oh, we have a guest in. I just pop that down there. Evening to here.
Evening, Pete. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Yourself?
Yeah, good. I thought I'd just pop in.
That's cool, yeah.
Having a bit of an iron brew, you know.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, I've got a Coke for later.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
good,
I know.
Good.
Yeah.
Gotta have a bit of fizzy.
Yeah, it's always thirsty when you do streams.
Oh gosh.
Tea cakes. Let's have a look there. Hook starts at 7 o'clock. You get in to the field at 6:30. Then it starts at 7 because they let the sellers in at 6:30 to set up.
No one follows
on
the
Sunday.
rules at Hook, though, from what I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
I know they because I remember getting there at early, you know, when it first starts, and they just let you in.
They used to. Yeah, they had a lot of complications with the local council.
Yeah. Was it since? What about since obviously the pandemic as well? I'm guessing they're a lot stricter now, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot stricter. Yeah, they got to let the sellers go into distance. To be fair though, the one at Priest Hill in your village, they just let you in at 6 o'clock in the morning, whether people are set up or not.
I've got to say, when the car boots I went to, I've only been to a couple, but both the car boots I've been to have just been they make you queue outside, but it's kind of a waste of time because when you go in, it's just like normal. So all they've done is add an annoying queue, really. And even in the queue,
they do, yeah.
To be honest with you, even the queue wasn't socially distanced at my car boot.
No, mine aren't either, really. To be honest, half of them got masks on, half of them are not. But yeah, let's have a look. The Happy Chap says he's local. Says he used to do Apps Court in Walton, but been pants. I've never been to Apps Court. I think it's a little bit further into me to get up mega early, because I know it opens early. That car boot. And so, how's your listing been this week?
Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. I've got to say I've been really organised.
That's all right. Yeah, having less distractions.
Yeah, I've just get on with it now.
Yeah.
I kind of just get on early. I try to get stuff done early in the morning. I've done a fair amount of work. We had a lot of stock coming in and stuff, so I've been moving the office around just to make things fit.
Right.
I've been getting the listing done. Not that it's had an immense thing on sales, but yeah, there you go. Bear in mind, pretty good for Z tank top. Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. Yeah, Andrew had to point that out, but yeah. I mean, for me, that's pretty good. So. Pretty pleased with how it's gone. Yeah, shall we just say more than normal?
Well, yeah. That's always a good thing, though.
More than where normal is normally none. So
Oh yeah, I feel that pain. Yeah, as soon as you start something,
there's a lot of opportunity out at the moment, though. I've noticed that there's a lot of the contacts I've got and stuff. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of stock that's becoming kind of available, and I think obviously there's a lot of companies out there with a lot of stock that they want to get rid of and kind of opportunities.
Yeah, definitely a lot of it. Yeah, it's just you gotta get in there quick.
Yeah, pretty much.
But when you do get a good haul, it's always nice to go through it and try and pick out the good bits, and then obviously you've got other things you can bundle up and So yeah.
I mean, like you said earlier, like you noticed a few people doing car boots. I was actually thinking of doing one this weekend myself,
All right.
just because, like, when you're getting, like, I think because there's so much more stock that's becoming
Yeah.
available, it just makes sense to kind of have a clear out if you
Oh,
need the room.
definitely.
That
Yep.
is, like, it's only certain stuff that I just that I can't be bothered to list that I bought. So I've got like a guitar amp, and I'm thinking, oh, I just
Oh
can't.
god, that's gonna be a bucket
Yeah,
of
I mean, it's
shit.
worth it. It's good
Oh, it's
money,
worth it. Yeah, yeah.
good profit if I sell it on eBay. It'd be good money, but I could probably get an okay price at a car boot maybe. But like, and then, like, things like those, just
Mhm.
bulkier items, maybe. I'll see how I
Yeah,
feel.
definitely. Yeah. It's just trying to prioritize though what
Yeah,
time you
where
have
you're
to
putting
list
all
and
your
what you
time
can
and
list.
effort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ashley
I'm
says
enjoying.
there.
I'm just enjoying doing
So,
like the simpler stuff at
yeah.
the moment,
Right.
like the easier to ship stuff.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I can vouch for that one.
Yeah.
Ashley says there. Evening, Peter. Sorry I'm late. How's the listing going? It's okay. Myself, I haven't been doing as much as I can lately. Getting a little bit distracted, but that's just me all over. But I have done a few today, but yeah. Georgina's got to go. Take care, Georgina.
All right.
Let's have a look down there. So I'm just going down the chat there. So if anyone's Chris B's popped in.
I mean, it's been a bit of a grind, though. I mean, I've only done 86 quid today, just looking at the sales.
All right.
So I had a decent weekend, and
Yeah.
then, like, yeah, this week's been a bit of a grind. Only on 86 quid so far. So
Fair enough.
the listing hasn't necessarily translated into sales, but it's a lot. The way I see it, I'm kind of trying to do like more, just getting the prep done, and when the sales come, then
Yeah.
at least I'll be ready, and the store will be ready.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, because
And
Night's
people are
Life.
still buying. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Because Night's Life says there his son's been off school since lockdown, and I think it's only a week or two now until they have summer holidays. So
yeah,
I didn't realize that because my mum said like summer holidays are soon. I was like, really? Wow.
yeah. Well, I'm kind of lucky because, like, my daughter,
Yeah.
she just gets on with her work, and so
Yeah,
she
that's a good thing with your age. Yeah, but
yeah,
and then obviously certain people have younger kids where they need their attention, so it takes a little bit away from a
yeah.
listing time.
I can't
More
imagine how it
distraction.
must be for people with younger kids, because that would be
Yeah,
so
like Steve Green, for
distracting.
example,
Yeah,
and all that. Yeah.
so distracting.
Mhm.
Like, it would be really tough.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when they were younger. Like,
Oof.
it is
Yeah.
constant, isn't it?
Yeah. And definitely, I just distract myself. I've just got to say to myself, nope, that's it. Everything's got to go off. Got to get listing done, drafts, this, that, and the other. But even sometimes when you go sourcing, you got to think to yourself like, oh, I'm going to go sourcing for this amount of time, and then I come home, but then you always source for a bit longer because you always find something else, and then it takes a little bit out of the day, but it's just how it is. Oh, we've got another guest in. Nick's popped in. Evening, Mr. Media.
Hey,
Hi,
Nick.
Pete. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Zahir.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, good.
And found any more
I
gems
saw
in
that
that media?
WWF album, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, do you want
I don't know. I was really gutted. My daughter, I said to, because I couldn't use that bedspread I
Yeah.
bought, if you can, because so I was like, I asked my daughter if she wanted to use it, and the look I got off her was classic.
Oh.
I was like, "Yeah, you don't want to use it? It's super cool. Look, it's got the rock on it." She was like,
Well, what was your intention? Because
"I don't know. I've got it now. I'm happy. It just pleases me." It was really like,
it makes you
I'm in a bit
happy.
of, I'm very, I think I'm a bit like you get into, like, I've not been in a collecting things mood for a while,
Right.
and it's recently hit me in a big way. So I've started to, like, buy things for myself, like collectible type things.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of enjoyment from it right now. So it comes in waves, doesn't it?
It's a mental switch because for years I stopped myself collecting, and it's only this year I've just turned it back on, and I've been spending a fortune on vinyl and CDs, and
It's enjoyable though, isn't it? If you
Oh,
do
it is
it,
enjoyable. Yeah.
It's a slippery slope. It really is.
If you've seen my gaming collection, it's a slippery slope. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, at least
I
we're
haven't
doing
sourced for a
it in the
while for it, but
smartest way. You know, at least we're not like just.
yeah,
At least we're not just always paying top whack for everything.
Yeah, that my stipulation is I'm buying it under market value where I can. So my excuse is it's an investment.
yeah, for the future.
well,
Yeah,
You can always look at it like that. It's true though. I mean, if you keep things, mint, and you've got, a lot of that stuff is going to eventually become,
oh, of course, yeah.
more valuable and stuff. But it's you've got to. I think maybe it's because of the whole lockdown and stuff. I don't know, but I think it's just made me a bit more, just want stuff.
More stuff, yeah, more enjoyment out of it, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's comfort. I really do. I think it's a comfort thing. I think
It's nice to go, oh, that's come from post. Oh,
because it's all the things that remind me of, like, I suppose, better times. Like when I see that WWF logo, like it really does cheer me up in a weird way, and I think that's what
I can understand that. Yeah,
Pete, you mentioned the haul that I was streaming earlier.
Yeah,
dealing in crates and crates of CDs takes me to that happy place in the 90s when I had my first business, and then when I worked at Virgin, and it's just young, not married with a mortgage, all of that stuff. You're just in a different headspace, and it genuinely just takes me back there dealing with media. It's like, and it excites me, and it still makes me happy. So yeah,
it's you're right. It transports you, like Tax Shack, Tom Curry says, nostalgia sells, and it is. I think
definitely.
At the moment, nostalgia is quite, it's quite valuable in a way, I suppose. It's a good thing to tap into.
Yeah, it always has been. It's always been that way. It's like, we've all bought and sold vintage toys, and the values can make your eyes water. And it's people exactly like us at our sort of ages buying back what we had in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
So what were you talking about this evening, Peter? What was your topic? I can't remember what you...
Oh, just about listing stuff. Actually listing stuff you buy.
Oh, right. I'm not the best
pretty much. I just
ask about that.
Yeah, like for example, I put banners like, how do you list? And then also got backlogs, less distractions from listing, which I was covering.
I think for me, one thing I'd say with that is doing it in the morning. Yeah, that's really helped me. I know that won't apply to Nick because he's normally asleep in the morning. But for me,
up till 4 in the morning.
I found when I wake up, because a lot of people have said this actually. Like, when you wake up, you've got your I suppose it doesn't matter when you wake up, but when you first wake up, you're at your most energetic. So you should do things that are like more taxing, because I mean, Tommy in the chat, he said this a million times. Is like, shipping is something you're going to do anyway, isn't it? And it's kind of a robotic process as well. Whereas I've noticed, like in the past, when I've spent the morning shipping out orders, by the time I'm done, I feel like I pat myself on the back. I've done the shipping now, and before I know it, I've frittered away the afternoon. Whereas getting it done, that's helped me.
Yeah, I think it's a lot about getting into patterns and routines. And I'm about to get into my flow of listing, which is a weird kind of routine to have. But at the moment, my sleep pattern is slowly slipping back front again. And that's just how I roll. It's just, I don't fight against it. I could fight against it, but I choose not to.
The only reason I kind of can't do that, because I used to stay up a fair bit as well, but it's like, especially when it comes to doing car boots at the weekends, like or just waking up generally, because now I don't have to wake up so much because Beck drives herself to work, the kids get themselves up, but like, so now it's not as important. But at the weekend, if I don't get more sleep, getting up early, it becomes, I can get up, but I feel in a zombie state. When you're up but you're not really up for a good half hour.
I'm not saying it's a good idea, and this I do.
It's not that you get up and you can go, you suffer the same consequences, as it were, but you just choose to.
It's like this weekend we're off down to Bristol to visit Carla. I don't think it's a secret. If it is, I just ruined it.
Oh dear.
And so my sleep pattern will be back to front, and then I've got to kind of force myself back into normality to socialise.
You've heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Well, it was daylight. Says Tommy, I'm far behind in the chat. Z in the video now it's dark. But
Yeah, it was it's the evening now. It's 9:15. So I'm in
yeah.
that. I haven't got much light in here, unfortunately. And
Fair enough.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's
actually
also a
get to
slippery
my
slope.
lights at the moment. There's stuff
Yeah,
in the way.
It's also a slippery slope when you're working through stuff late at night, and then obviously you see someone when you've got your YouTube tab open or your as well as your eBay and other stuff, and then you just keep clicking through, and then you see someone gone live, and you're like, oh, I'm interested in so and so, like antiques for Tim over the years, or you see Tommy and Tracy go live. It's that sort of habit, sort of to go say hello, and then you just sink into that level and go, whoops, half an hour and a half. Whoops.
You're absolutely right. I mean, this right now is distracting me from listing. I wanted to join one of your streams because I haven't popped in for ages, but YouTube is terrible for that. With the amount of channels there are now that talk about what we're all into,
there's always something to watch. It's always fresh as well. So like before, you used to actually have to search around to see something new, and you'd have that. Oh man, there's no one's put anything up. But now.
Yeah, now it's like 5, 6, 7, 8 an hour.
It's like having it's like the TiVo version of reselling now, on-demand reselling.
There's almost always somebody doing a live stream. You could almost watch reselling lives 24/7 with the Americans and now the Australian community.
Yeah.
I was watching just in Rob and Lisa's chat before I came in here. They're in the States, and those two are just hilarious as well. And there's so many people that you can just be like, oh yeah, they're brilliant, and then you just don't have the hours in the day.
So what do you to try and avoid that, Pete? What do you listen to? Music? Is that your thing? What if you're
normally like I try not to watch YouTube during the day. I try and get most of the stuff I can. If I've actually listed a fair amount of stuff and done a lot of stuff, then I can say, okay, fair enough, I'm gonna have half an hour with a bit of lunch, pop in some stream, because there's always someone live over lunchtime, and then but normally no, I listen to a bit of music or have a DVD on in the background, just try and get on. But that's why half the time my mobile's on either silent or vibrate, because I get distracted too easily.
Yeah, I have to mute messenger chats, blooming messenger chats.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I use this to do my photography and to add the pictures. And when messenger blooming things are coming up all the time, half the time you click it by accident when you get a notification because you're trying to
it's like that,
I have to mute our blooming lads chat, whatever it's called these days, Muppets chat,
yeah.
Because it's endless.
There's about 10 of us in there.
I think that's one of the biggest changes I've managed to be able to make, is to just to be able to mute things and to get on, just try to. It just makes you realize that the time is there. The time is there, and it's just distractions, you got to minimize them, otherwise it's just a struggle. And the thing is, you just start feeling bad about yourself because you start thinking, I can never get anything done, and you're like, well, am I that pants? I can't ever get anything done. It's like, no, you're not that pants. It's just you're always distracted.
Distracted by something, and
like you said, it's so easy to get distracted.
I'm always looking at the clock and going, no, it's not 3 p.m.
What? Yeah, it's just wrong.
Embarrassed by myself. Yeah.
Well, it's especially for me when I wake up so early, and I'm like, and then suddenly it's 9 o'clock, and if I haven't done any work, or if I've not done what I had set out to do, that would be really disappointing. But at least now I'm kind of at a stage where I've gotten myself quite organized. But again, it's come at a cost of other things. At the moment, the only reason it's balanced is because I'm not gaming at all, and I hate that. But I know as soon as I play a game, then I'm screwed. Then I'll
you have to go back to the same routine as before.
I'll put whatever effort I'm putting in on working, which brings in an income into playing games, which just costs me money. So, but I need to figure out a way of getting that in, because I feel a bit unfulfilled because of that. Because you should never
try and make a balance.
I don't think you should ever go. At the end of the day, we do this because it gives us that little bit of flexibility, don't we? It's no fun if you're just not going to have any fun. So I want to somehow learn to do things in moderation.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think
totally.
thinking about that, we do need some outlet that's not work, a hobby. Like, you know, you've got ERC as well, and
Yeah.
that you can dip
Sometimes
into
natural.
something just for you. And I think
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons I got back into collecting music. The love of music's never went. I just used to stream it or Spotify or YouTube, whatever. But now collecting the physical stuff is giving me that outlet that's just for
But
me.
do you find you're like searching eBay and stuff now for
Oh God, yeah,
rare
that,
copies?
see,
So now you're wasting. Yeah.
that's the new rabbit hole. Just one quick search of Pet Shop Boys 12 inches.
Yeah,
Hour
yeah.
later, yeah.
There's always something.
So this is where there is always something.
I'm quite far behind in the chat, but have you replied to Tracy Z?
No. They were going to, but it's just their health isn't quite up to the drive really. Because my dad's had a few issues with his legs. Like he actually had blood clots in his legs, so like they gave him warfarin and stuff. And then I just don't feel. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable. I said to they were going to do it, and I just said like I don't know. I'd rather like go down and pick them up at some point and bring them up. But
Yeah.
it's I know they can stop loads, but I just they're getting on a bit now. Bless them.
Did you manage to reschedule a holiday? Because wasn't yours had to be postponed?
Cancelled. Yeah, no, we haven't yet. No. But we want to do that, but like I think like we just have to wait until Beck can get a decent amount of time off, and then it all depends now because now we're worried about obviously because Zara's going to be doing her GCSEs, Hannah's going to her A levels.
Yeah,
how they've already had so much disruption, and I'm like, but then we think maybe another week wouldn't make that much of a difference. Who knows?
Yeah, and it would probably be
get in while you can
for them, you know, mentally just go
to get away. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
have that
recharge the batteries.
To be fair, like they've both been really, really good. Like they've not wasted any time. So every morning they come downstairs, sit at the dining table, get their work done. So they've been very regimented considering they're just like at home. So kind of I feel confident that that they're happy and confident in the work they've done, and I don't think it would make that much of a difference.
So it's next year A levels and GCSEs the exam year.
Yeah.
Wow, right. Okay. Well, at least they didn't mess up their exam years like Ellen's exam year.
Oh yeah.
It was chaos, and they're just being marked on their predicted grades and coursework.
And not to get like the proper ending either, as it were. Like that.
She didn't get a prom. She didn't get to say goodbye to her teachers.
Yeah.
She didn't get all of this stuff.
Yeah.
She worked for gave loads and loads of time to the as a choreographer for the dance clubs in school. Ellen was their choreographer. They didn't even get to do their show, and she's just gutted.
This has been such a peculiar year to say.
Tell me about it.
But yeah, that kind of stuff is terrible. Imagine all the people that like you said, finishing, graduating and whatnot.
Oh God, yeah.
The little things that we take for granted, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. We had confirmation that our holiday can't happen, so we're just waiting to get the money back.
I'll tell you something about money back. That's a bit of a nightmare. Like, it was a package holiday. So we got back the money from the company that we did the package holiday with. Who was it? I can't remember the name now. It was one of the bigger names. But what we haven't got back is the money from Ryanair, because it was a package holiday that included Ryanair flights, and they only refunded us back the cost of the holiday, and they we'll give you that back when we get it back. So apparently Ryanair haven't refunded the money.
Oh
yeah, and apparently they can just get away with this somehow. This is just the most strange thing.
Right. Well, we've been told we can get our 100% of our money back with no fees. It's through TUI we booked with.
No, so that's the thing. We'll get our money back, but it's just when, and it took forever anyway. Even just to get the holiday portion of it back took forever as well. Oh gosh, yeah. I understand that they probably had a lot of demand on them, but taking the mick a little. I think they just want to hold on to the money for as long as they can.
You can totally understand because their industry has been
I can't imagine working in that industry. Can you?
No.
But then again, do you reckon people are going to just go mad for it, aren't they, when it comes back, when it becomes
will do, yeah.
multiply?
It depends, doesn't it, on what quarantine you have to endure when you get there or get back. We're now going to take a UK holiday.
Yeah,
don't know what we're going to do, but
we were thinking of doing something in the meantime, something like just go down and get a hotel in London, like near somewhere near Watford, like near the Harry Potter thing, and then we could stay there for a few days, see the family, and take, because the girls are, well, at least one of them still Harry Potter mad. So
it's brilliant. Have you not done that before?
I've not been. My youngest has been before with school, like years ago, but I've not been. No.
No, I've never been either. I've seen it on YouTube videos, but I've never been.
Well, even if you're not Harry Potter, even if you're not a Harry Potter fan, if you're a fan about films and how films work and film sets, it's awe-inspiring.
Okay,
really is.
That sounds good.
And all of the prosthetics, there's a whole section where it shows all the prosthetics and the animatronics and so good. So good.
Yeah. So I think that might be something we're going to do instead, because it'll be not. Because
sounds good.
We haven't been down for a while, and I think like oftentimes as well, like it just makes the journey down a bit more. Not in a horrible way, but makes it more worth it. It's great to obviously see family, but at the end of the day, you just sit down and say hi, and then so it's good that God, that sounds horrible, but
No, it's just nice to get away.
Yeah. We run out of conversation quite quick. It's surprising.
Yeah. It's like, okay. Yeah. So.
What about yourself, Pete? Did you have holidays planned that had to be cancelled?
No, not this year. No.
Okay.
What if my dad's not too great on his feet and stuff like that, so we did bother. We were going to think about going on day trips out, but we're sort of up in the air at the moment with it all. So we kind of sort of just use that money, spend it on doing up the house and other bits and pieces. So yeah,
I think things opening is one thing, but you've got to feel like you want to go as well, don't you? So
yeah, totally.
Like you have to have that confidence that
confidence. It's going to work all right, and
we had a
especially
positive
with wearing a mask all the time.
Last week in the pub, we went out to the pub and ended up having a meal and spent the evening in the pub, and it was absolutely fine. We didn't feel conscious of it at all. They did a really good job. I mean, they'll all be different. I'm sure different pubs will have different atmospheres, but we weren't even that conscious of the virus being an issue.
But it's just weird though. Like I heard, I don't know if this is true. Like apparently, even if you just want to have a coffee in Costa, you have to give your name and number or something. And it's like, is that true? See, that was just.
I believe so. Yeah.
See, that was just making me feel really uneasy about it.
Yeah, we had to scan a QR code and log into a website and give our name and address and phone number.
I mean, normal now.
You're used to it with hotels, aren't you? Because obviously they take those details anyway. Like they take your car registration and your number and address and everything. So you're kind of used to it with when you stay at a hotel. But you just want to sit down and have a coffee or something. It's the new normal, right?
Yeah, it's a faff.
It's the new normal.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah. Because I'm not sure too fair though. Because I walked past my local Costa the other day. I think at the moment you can't sit in there. You can only just do takeaway at the moment. But yeah, I don't go in there very often. Myself, I'm not a Costa fan, but it's just.
Oh, you can't actually sit in a night slice Costa.
Oh right.
Oh, it's for the contact tracing. Yeah. So
Yeah. Things are opening up very slowly around my area, but it's going to take a long time. And obviously, most places all know with the trade on the high streets has gone from nothing to sort of like minus figures in certain shops and that. If you're a kind of independent shop with a lot more people not going out to local towns, buying online and stuff.
Yeah.
It's especially with a few a week or so, or whatever it is, you have to wear masks all the time. So people are like,
That kind of brings me on to something I've been thinking about is what will this Christmas be like? And I'm hoping, because I don't normally like prepare for Christmas, as it were. Like I just have the stock that I
Ah, I
have.
see. Yeah.
Recently I've been like trying to get like some more kind of Q4 type stock, and I'm just thinking, I'm hoping that people have just had. No, that sounds terrible. I'm guessing that people have had such a terrible year that they're going to want to just let loose at Christmas and just splurge out.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
think more people will shop online.
Mm.
I think the virus. Well, we know that Amazon and eBay have had a massive boost from the virus because
Yeah.
new people were signing up just to get hold of
Yeah.
everyday stuff.
Mm.
So I think those people that have been converted will now be shopping online, whereas they wouldn't before. So I think it's been another nail in the high street's coffin, this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I think online retail will only increase.
I think I've heard someone say that this whole thing has done is it's just sped things up. Like what would have maybe taken a few years to have happened. Like for example, you said with the high street and the declining high street, which we've all seen, it's been decaying slowly over the past 10 years at least. It's been slowly just dying. I mean, I still remember my high street when it had BTs and Electronics Boutique, Virgin Mega stores. Like there were so many different stores with different, I mean, I remember they used to be like, and now it's just unrecognizable even to that. But now it's going to be even more unrecognizable because of this. It's almost like it's sped up the process, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Hitchin. In the time we've lived in Hitchin, like 20 odd years, the high street or our town centre has become, at least half of it is coffee shops, estate agents, charity shops.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? I can't think. There's something else. Oh, hairdressers. There must be 30 hairdressers in our town. It's ridiculous.
I've said that before as well. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, how many salons do you need? Like, we've got such a tiny high street, and it's just
competition with each other, hairdressers.
They keep opening more, and it's like
next to each
crazy,
other.
isn't it?
Almost.
You're going to compete against the other
next. Yeah, it's like it must be brutal competition, though.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I think the same in my hometown. Yeah, it's the same thing. The same sort of shops. It's like you can't sort of walk through without anything decent.
No,
I haven't seen a decent shop in there in years. That's why most people avoid it. And sort of thing. It's just basically like a ghost town. You just sort of like you've got fair enough. You've got charity shops. That's okay. At the moment, there's only 3 out of 6 open, but that's another matter entirely. And then you've got coffee shops. You've got like many restaurants. You've got hairdressers. It's just like, well, come on, think of something new to put in to revive High Street.
I saw you highlighted Kim's comment about Cyprus has opened up on the 15th of August. Well, TUI have said that they're not going to honour the holiday. I don't know whether it's to do with the quarantine there and back. I think they're just drawing a line under it. So it may be open as such, but we can't take our holiday regardless.
Ouch. Yeah.
Oh, Woolworths, that's right. I like Woolworths with the pick and mix.
Yeah.
You used to go in for the pick and mix, didn't you?
Nicking the pick and mix, yeah. You walk in and go, whoops.
When your mum was shopping, you'd sit there and watch the JML TV screen advertise some useless
memories,
really useless thing.
And going to the CD section and just checking out cheap CDs,
The amazing back scratcher for a limited time. Buy one and we'll throw in an extra one free.
And now most of the old Woolworths units are filled with Poundlands up and down.
Yeah,
they're all Poundlands.
Indeed, yep.
Anyway, I'm talking of listing, as I know you were trying to. I need to go and finish listing all this Duplo, but I thought I'd pop in and say hello.
That's okay, Nick. Cheers for popping in.
Lovely to catch up with you both. I'll see you soon.
All right, take care, mate.
Take care.
Call them Wilco now, or with JML and pick. Yeah, we've got Wilcos up here. They have pick and mix, and it's not the same though.
No, it's not. It's expensive.
Is Wilco more expensive compared to Woolies used to be? Probably.
Yeah. For certain things, they are.
And plus, they tend to be like, I don't know. It's not quite the same.
I'm not sure if you've seen that one, but Pete's been funny again.
Oh, as a surprise. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Holiday
behind.
Destination.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of, it sounds harsh, like what Chris B saying. A lot of people seem to be buying camper vans for UK holidays. So in one respect, it's bad what's going on, but then the UK economy and for holidays would be a lot better in that respect. People staying here to go on holiday.
There's plenty of places to go. It's just sometimes you just
Plenty
want
lovely
a bit
places
of
to go, yeah.
sunshine, don't you? That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing. Sometimes you like. There's nothing more gorgeous than like a day out at the lakes or something when
Yeah.
it's 25 degrees and blue sky.
yeah.
It's gorgeous. But the problem is those 25-degree days just don't happen often enough.
No, you've got to plan in advance, and even that you can't do that. You just basically the next day, it's like, 25-degree day, where can we go?
Well, yeah, and the weather's constantly changing. Like we were meant to be
always
forecast a nice Saturday,
Yeah.
and then now the Saturday is going to be wet, and then the Sunday is still meant to be good. So will it, won't it? Who knows?
Yeah, it's like in our line of business, we get a nice Saturday or Sunday. It's like, oh, boot sale. Let's get down to a boot sale.
Well, yeah, you need it. For a boot sale. You lose out on so many boot sales when and the weather seems to know it's the weekend. Just like
Yeah, indeed. Let's have a look down the chat. If anyone's popped in, I'll say hello. Sorry if I missed you. Any questions? Let us know. Okay, I'll read that in a bit, Denise. Diary Flippers popped in. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate that. I think I had one more on there. The last one I was going to share with you, having a backlog to list. So as we know what happened from March onwards, a lot of us didn't have much of a backlog. I had a fair amount to list myself, but quite a lot of us only had a certain amount of items. Now we're allowed to go out and go to chat shops, boot sales, and wherever you source. It's the best thing to sort of have a certain amount of backlog. So if anything else happens, if then you've got 50, 100 items or more to sort of work through. Was that your sort of thing when it happened back in March? Like your backlog, did you have a big backlog or was it quite small?
We didn't have didn't have nearly as much as I should have done. Yeah, it pretty much just like it was. We sold out of. I ended up listing and selling out what we did have really, really quickly.
Yeah.
And so it was like we had when the sales were really popping off at the beginning of the lockdown, weren't they? But very quickly we ran out of stuff, and like it got to the point where like it kind of destroyed our second store. Well, because we had no sales for so long and no new stock for so long, and it just in the future it will always be good to have. Either a backlog or a bulletproof way of getting hold of stock,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's always a good thing to try and think of now. And even as you said just a little while ago about Christmas, thinking even you can think now about a Christmas period where you can think, right, I'm gonna, because obviously like most of us have thought about the sourcing for now, and then you think, right. Can I get an ERA for Christmas? Can I do this? Can I get this bits and pieces? Because obviously has been over this period certain things. Little Britain, wee stuff has gone quite high and then obviously dropped down quite a bit. But I mean, then you got to think like,
saying that, like I would never have bothered with stuff like that before, but I managed to get some of these really cheap, like little jewelry.
Yes, that sort of thing that'd be quite good at Christmas.
I would never have
just
looked
what I call filler items.
Yeah,
people buy stockings and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting those kinds of items just I'm trying to get a variety of them, so hopefully by the time it's October I'll have a decent selection.
To get it done, your Q4,
touch wood, they'll sell. But it's definitely something that I wouldn't have looked at before. I would never have been into finding Dory toys. I love toys. But like I like kind of high-end action figures or something. I wouldn't be into like kids, kids Disney Pixar toys or something, But I want to kind of just keep doing that and building an inventory because we've been obviously reliant heavily over the past on like the radio control stuff as well. And at Christmas it's not really going to help. No one's buying gifts like that. The people it kind of dies down a bit. So
oh, totally. Yeah, it's always good to have a lot of a certain amount of items, as you're showing. Like people can put in there like stockings or a little present here and there. It's always good to go over your business strategy and work out, right, I'm going to be able to do this now. And yeah, because that's what I've been doing, just going through and thinking, right, what things where I'll be going to source and picking up stuff. Because obviously a lot of stuff I was picking up in January. I sort of tapered off not picking up and stuff. But then that sort of led me to pick up a lot of other stuff, which I kind of wouldn't have done with situation happening. So it's always all kind of swings and roundabouts.
Yeah,
sort of thing. It helps you in one way, and then obviously the other way you sort of learn.
Yeah, I mean it's going to change. I mean, and you know, it's about taking advantage of the change as well. So like, you know,
Correct,
like Nick mentioned, there's going to be a lot of new buyers.
Yeah.
Hopefully, touch wood.
Yeah, touch wood. Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
And, you know, I think if a lot of people are going to be shopping online, more people every year. Like if you look at the trend as well, every year more people have shopped online than the previous year. It's only going to keep going up, isn't it? So it makes sense to try to be prepared. And you know, like I think in the past, like Q4 has never really been a thing for me because we never went for it. And if you're hearing a lot about, you know, Q4 already and it's making you sick, I apologize, but also it's kind of, don't think it's going to happen to you. It's not everyone's going to benefit from it. You've got to kind of set yourself up to, touch wood, benefit from it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, it's like obviously 6 weeks holidays that's coming up here in UK very, very soon. A lot of more people be off looking after their kids. So obviously the kids will drive them up the wall if they're driving crazy, so they'll be going onto eBay, Amazon stuff and just picking up more and more items for the kids, basically to say, go and play that over there, while because obviously parents are at home doing their work while the kids are doing whatever. So yeah, it's making sure you've got like enough of certain stuff, depending on what you sell. It's the same with Christmas, pretty much. Jasmine there says to me, have I got any nature vlogs coming up? So if you don't know, on my channel, it's not just reselling. I do gaming vlogs, nature. I've got one more vlog from when I did last year to Epsom and Ashted Common. I need to edit. And then I recorded a couple of vlogs in, I think it was in April, to edit. But I will try and edit those when I get a chance. It's just taking a balance, like on the videos, whereas what I've been saying about like, actually listing stuff is where, as well as what's here knows about, because obviously he has a couple of channels. Do go and subscribe, Only Cool Stuff and As a Here Malik, and about the taking how long it takes to sort of record the stuff and then get it rendered, get it clipped together, and then get it put onto YouTube. So it's sort of like takes that little bit of time to away from your listing period. But I will try and do those as soon as I can. It's just taking a balance between the reselling and the non-reselling videos.
Balance is always the tough thing, isn't it, Pete?
It is, yeah.
If we could get balance right.
Oh, that'd be great. Because I found that at the moment a lot of people are doing car boot hauls and videos and stuff, and they're very, very popular.
I love it. Yeah, 100%. It's just so good though. It feels good though, doesn't it? You know, when you come back, like, just I was actually just looking at one of my items, and like it's already picked up a couple of watches. It was like picked it up for like 50p. It was like a vintage motorsports t-shirt, like embroidered one. It had PlayStation 2 sponsorship on it. So and it's already picked up a couple of watches, which is nice.
Nice one.
I've got it up at 60 quid, so hopefully that'll be a nice sell. But we'll see. So it's exciting when you do a car boot sell, isn't it? And
it is, yeah.
Videos are like exciting.
Yeah.
I think people enjoy them because, like, you can tell, you know, like when you're showing them, you're obviously normally quite excited about what you've picked up, and you're like, oh, look what I found, and yeah.
And people just like to see what you've got. They're kind of, as I say, nosy in a nice way. And they like to pop in and go, oh, so-and-so, because obviously if they see like in your thumbnail you've got so-and-so thing, or they pop on at a certain time, you see your picking up lots of gaming stuff, which I've shown earlier, or other stuff. I go, I'll stay for the haul because my last one's got over 500 views.
Yeah.
So
people love I think people just like seeing what's out there, and what people finding.
Yeah.
It kind of motivates you because you see what people are finding. You're like, okay, that kind of stuff can be found. And, those kind of
and then they
deals.
realise that they've sort of left that sort of thing behind.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
So,
exactly. I think like even if you have a really good car boot, you've walked past things that you haven't got the foggiest about. You might still have come away with great things, but there's always other things out there, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. Don't be too despondent, folks.
TKs, I actually, sorry, I just want to say TKs. I actually priced high because of what you said in the last video, actually, because you said actually to price high. I remember. So that's why I kind of went higher than I would have done, because I think I was thinking about 25 or 30 or something.
Oh, right, yeah.
But TKs was like, no, probably go high. So I stuck it up at 60, and it's already got 2 watches. So I was like, wow. So yeah, thanks TKs, appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, Stephanie's popped in as well. Thanks for popping in. I did see Apple Core Productions there. Says, new haircut for me. Yes, I got it cut on Monday, trimmed. We've got a hairdresser who comes around. So that was nice. And a new setup, Z.
No, I've just moved stuff because space.
Oh.
Just been moving around an awful lot.
You're having a nice Zen moment.
Well, yeah, just like
making it look nice. Yeah.
Well, it's more about making more of the space, because like sometimes I get frustrated. Like when it feels like you haven't got enough room, and then
it's all over the floor and you trip over it.
Yeah. I start thinking about, should I get a unit again, or should I? And I'm like, I've been speaking to Beck about it, and it's like, not right now, because we're simply not businesses consistently making enough money to pay for it. So we want to make sure that obviously we can. So and so I was just like making more of the space I got. She didn't make me do it, Carl. She didn't. She was happy that I did it. She didn't make me. It's still not totally tidy, but it's just more organized.
Well, it's better though, because I had to tidy up today. I was like, wow, I've actually found stuff that I've like misplaced for a long time.
Yeah, it's good for that, isn't it? It's definitely good for that. And plus, like, you're always bringing in new stuff, and
of course, it's good to bring it in. Yeah,
we go over the storage, and
Yeah. Gem's popped off. Thanks for popping in, Gem. Appreciate that.
I'm probably going to call it a night as well, Pete, because I'm getting close to my bedtime. My eyes are getting heavy
mate.
now.
Okay, thanks for popping on.
No worries, Pete. Thanks for having me on. Enjoyed the chat, man.
All right, take care, mate. I say if you haven't subbed to Z's channels, then go and sub. Only cool stuff. And Zahir Malik. Appreciate Nick and Z for popping on. Just go through the chat. Krilling says hi. Hello, Krilling. Hello, Tracy. Hello, everyone. BCP! Stu's popped in. Appreciate that. So, yeah. I always try make a balance. It's very difficult, as what we were saying in the chat as well, about the distractions and the listings and how do we list items. Everyone's got a different way of listing. Everyone's got a different way of working out being distracted here and there and going, oh, okay, I'm not going to list, no, not going to watch this one. I'm going to because there's thousands and thousands of channels out there who you can watch. We can have 24, as what we were saying, 24-hour stream, etc., etc. So yeah. And Adrian has popped in. Is that Adrian or Connie? Hello, thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Dapper Tiger's popped in. Let's have a look at it. So if I missed any of the chat, going popping down there. But yeah, it's just making a balance for and throughout. So Night's Life says they listed Xbox 360 Connect Celebration Edition on eBay on my video a couple of hours ago. It just sold for $99.95. Wow. I've got a Connect, the normal edition. But I've got to sort how much that's worth. But yeah, it's great. It's great when you get a good sale. It sort of helps you out to go, right, going to get this listed. But all I try and do, it might not work for you guys, but it sort of what works for me is where you got to go, right, a certain amount of items. Say you've got 12 items here. I'm going to go, right, I'm going to photograph these. I'm going to go and make me drafts up. Because I try and do a certain amount of drafts and work all my way through that way. Once I've done my drafts, that's okay. I can work through that. And then go, right. It might be the next day where you put your listing, your draft, photographs on. Because I do it through my mobile. And I say to myself, I'll do 3 or 4 per day if I can. Normally, if I'm having a bad day, because sometimes I have a bad day and just go, oh, no. Get distracted too much or whatever else. It's not great, because obviously, as we know, from March to up until now, there's a lot more channels about. BCP's there. Cheers for popping BCP. I know you've been there for a while. Cheers for popping in, Ashley. Yeah, definitely. It's key. It's like we were saying before with when people who do YouTube videos like me, Nick and Z, it can take up a lot of time to record the video, render it, edit it, upload it, make it all nice for you guys, which I try and do. And as I said, have a balance of reselling and non-reselling videos. It's just at the moment a lot of people like in the car boot hauls, like the same within America, like with thrift store hauls, when you go around the thrift stores or you go around the garage sales or garage sales, so pronounce it. And people are liking to see what you get up to. They're nosy in a nice way. But I will, Jasmine, get some more non-reselling vlogs out. I try and do one every so often, which I like to do because I haven't been able to do a lot this month. But I did have a couple back in April. Which will probably be a 4 or 5 part vlog. But I'll try and edit them closer together once a week. But as what Z was saying as well about going through getting more stock to list, because you never know what's going to happen, especially with the Christmas period. People buying more online as the high street stores are not doing so well. And also with the 6 weeks holidays in the UK, they're in the next couple of weeks, kids are off. So if you've got young kids, they divert your attention more rather than you having to go right to eBay or to Craigslist or to other sites you use. But it's just for me, I'm at home still, single, and got to kick myself to even do stuff. Because obviously I have a mild form of Asperger's, and that sort of creates another condition where I'm like, okay, right, it's hard for me to get motivated. And if I, not just about the distraction, if I'm having a bad time, anyway, I just slump and go, nope, not going to do it. But I have quite a few times where I'm going to go do this, do that. That's why today I tidied up, did a few listings, answered my messages, and done, yeah. So it sort of works with a balance. Cheers, Jasmine. And that's what I've been doing a lot more as well. If you've seen on the channel, more lifestyle type vlogs, day in the life. Try and do once a week. I'm trying to continue that once a week, as much as I can. I don't think I've got every week done from March. I've done about 10 or 11 day in the life. I try and keep it to a certain length, but it's just trying to work out if you're going to do anything decent that day, because I don't fancy showing anything not great. But if I'm doing anything decent, like sourcing, reselling, listing, or packing stuff, I'll show it in a vlog, a day vlog. A day in a life vlog sounds great. Yeah, I kind of like to do those. As well, it's kind of a real thing to do. As far as nosy gets, fair enough. Everyone likes to watch the vlogs and the hauls. Yeah. So I did talk about the best place to list your items, whether it's on Facebook, eBay, Amazon, other places. You do best now, buy now, or auction. And then obviously you're getting distracted less. but with more videos and people doing like the List 5 Live, Mr. Cummins, which people would like to see, you sort of got to think to yourself, right, even if you say I'm going to pop in for 5 minutes, and literally 5 minutes, but it's a hard thing to do. And the backlog to list, which is inevitable in this day and age, to try and 50 to 100 items or more to go through. If you can't get outsourcing, or there's another wave of it coming through, if there will be, I don't know. And then how do you do your listings, just in general? Let us know in the chat or in the comments below. Probably on another 15-10 minutes or so. Answer any questions. Anyone's got any questions, let me know. But I do appreciate Nick and Zahir for popping on, and because obviously Nick had that great media haul, which I loved. Going to say, have you got Enter Shikari? Have you got Chaz and Dave, which are a UK Cockney, old type Cockney duo. Shame there's only one of the guys left. From London. Snooker Loopy. And the other, I forget now. But yeah. Let's have a look in there. Yay! Kurt Roberts pops in. Hope you're doing well, Kurt. I need to watch your latest video. If you haven't subbed to Kurt, then please do. He's got a nice channel for his exploring, and he does a lot about photography. So if you'd like to learn photography. And then he's got a couple of other channels, one to do with Funko Pops, and a gaming channel, Kurt V2, I think, and Funko Pop, I think. Something like that. But do go and sub to Kurt. Appreciate popping in. Do you think there's a gap on listing? Maybe things you need to put in a listing, say for DVDs, media. Just a thought. Do you think there's a gap on listing? Do you think there's a gap on listing, Pete? Maybe things you need to put in the listing, say the DVDs. I don't know actually. Trying to think. If there's a gap in the listing. Well, yeah. Probably will be. Depends on what you sort of like, media or DVDs you're kind of listing. Yeah, so if you've got a media listing, for example, these. Basically, what I normally put in for a listing, once I've tested it, if it's got scratches, like with this one, for example, it's got a fair amount of scratches on the way I've seen, but it's got a fair amount. I'll test it, and then I'll go through on the description. Once I've done all the boxes and filled all that in, I go through and just say, right, it's got scratches. It plays, because I sometimes get a couple of pictures if it plays. I've got a whole load down here, but I'll get a few bits pieces, and then I'll say it's scratched, got a fair amount of scratches on, but it still plays. Peggy free. It's the PAL version for the Region 2. Xbox 360. What else you need to put in there? How condition of the box, but I will get a new box because I'll got a whole load of cases for it. Thank you, BCP. You can sub there. But there is a fair amount you have to put in, because I try and put as much as I can in the description and all the titles and stuff to make it stand out. But people always ask you different specific questions. Has it got so and so? Has it got this? Does it do that? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what I do as well. So saying tested and works. How are you, pal? Been busy back at work? Yeah, I'm good actually. Just as I say, trying to list stuff and live life to as what it is. Yes, you are at work, yeah. But if you haven't seen Kurt's channel, please go back and check all the vlogs he's done over lockdown period. Because there's very, very many videos where he's gone out, do different things. So he's gone at home, set up different websites and stuff and bits and pieces. Got many prints on his website and other bits and pieces. To go check them out. Night's Life just subbed to Kurt. Excellent. You go check his videos out. Hi Peter, says Adele. It won't be a bad thing to source as much as possible and build up a stockpile again. The nearer to winter we get, the more likelihood of a second spike. Yeah. That's what we've been saying with Z and Nick and stuff. Getting a bit of a backlog through to work on. It depends how much space you've got. So if you can spare a bit of space for a few items, say you're going to boot sale, 2 boot sales a week in 7 days, and chart shopping, you get through. So if you say to yourself, right, I'm going to list 12 items, going to draft 12 items, photograph 12, because I normally do 12 in a batch, and then go through that and work it all out. And then sort of thing like go, right, today I'm working on sound, so I managed to get a whole bundle of media, a whole bundle of clothing items, games. It's just being able to source as well different types of things that everyone, like, not everyone needs to have, but as what you are comfortable with sourcing. But that's why I've sourced quite a lot of different items over the last many months, like going on Facebook and going on let's have a look. Going on Spot, Gumtree, when I couldn't go out sourcing other ways. Like I picked up that bundle of books, unexpectedly, the Egyptian ones, and I wouldn't touch them normally. No, not my type of thing. Harry Potter's, that's about it. Or the box sets for different types of books. But normally, I'm just trying to branch out. Simply Reselling says there, I think motivation and having routines is a struggle for most people. So I'd say recommend trying routine for a week to form the habit. Yes, pretty much. As long as, like you say, depending on, also that depends on though, as well, depends on how your life is anyway. If you've, for example, looking after your family members, or 6 weeks holidays, your kids are off, like for example Steve Green and other people we know. Georgina has young kids as well, where you sort of get distracted a lot as such a thing. But it's not a bad thing to think about, right, your week. Like for us YouTubers, like if you can do a week's vlog, that's great. You keep you sort of like in so sort of like a routine. I try and do sort of like 1 day a week to I'm going to do this and do that. But yeah, I can understand myself basically just thinking to myself, going, what have I done today? Not a lot. But some days I do a lot, and others, because I have a mild form of Asperger's, so that sort of limits the way I do things, and a lot of things that seem easy to you are harder to me. In any case, whether it's going out, sourcing, or it's or whatever, it's like as well as computing information, like, and change things that happen. Change, it takes a lot longer for me and a lot of others if they've got it, and to say like, it's just going to change for certain days. It's like, great. It takes me hours and hours to compute that, and then I've got to work it all out, go through and work every single minute to minute what's happening. But yeah, I can understand that one. Reselling. Anytime, Kurt. Been sub to you, as you know, for a long time. I'm buying up weeds I sold. What weeds I sold? Sorry, I missed the beginning. No worries, Adele. I always appreciate you popping in. Everyone pops in. Yeah, that's what happened. We bought and sold all the weeds, and then all the DVDs, like for example, Little Britain and the rest of it. Yes, that's what, books and jigsaws. Yes, I've got a fair amount of books as well that I've sourced, which came to me free, which was good. And jigsaws as well. Yes, I haven't done jigsaws for a while, but I will be looking out for sealed jigsaws. I know the brands to look out for. Dan One's popped in. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. But yeah, it's just actively going through and working out how you're going to list stuff, when you're going to list it, what you're going to list. Because that's what Z was saying. It's very hard, like when he had that big amp, he's got a big amp, and it's like, it sort of drains you to list the big stuff, because you know it sells for decent money, but you've got to pack the stuff and go, oh, that takes quite a while. But even Andrew, if he's still in here, he says like he's switching from media to other things. And if like, yeah, I was going to say, sorry, I get too distracted with other bits and pieces I'm going to say all through here. Like Andrew, he lists a lot of media. So he's been concentrating on a lot of other stuff lately, which is divulging him from his media anyway. So he's been doing clothing items and a lot of RA. And then obviously us YouTubers, like for example Nick says, out the bag, he's going to Carla's. Even though it might be a secret. Ain't now, it's out. But that sort of like will take up a certain amount of days. So in preparation, for example, Nick will have to do a lot of preparation days before he goes to make sure he's got enough drafts done, enough scheduled to be able to handle with the amount he does normally when he's at home, because he's going away. It's like 6 weeks holidays, or if you have kids as well, like, or whatever, if you're going away on a holiday, UK or abroad, make sure you have your drafts done or your lists scheduled, so you can go, right, I'm going to schedule these, go through, because obviously we haven't got, every day we don't list, and here. Hello, still here? Yes, I was talking about you. I've been buying up jigsaws as they all $150 in my charity shop. If they're sealed, yes, I can't be bothered to do an unsealed jigsaw. My parents do these things like. But yeah, I will look through. I'm going tomorrow to look through. I'll probably try and do another vlog on Friday, and possibly I'll be out on Saturday and Sunday boot sailing, so you get more videos from that. I'll try and do a non-reselling video on Friday. Last of my Epsom and Ashton Common vlogs, even though they've been all different, like when I editing styles throughout the months, but it's just getting round to doing those ones. And I will try, because people do like the gaming vlogs when I go play games online, I'll try and get another one done of probably the second Uncharted on the PS4. I love playing that game. So yeah, that's great to hear your stories from Nick and Z popping up. Put their channels down below, but I'm sure you'll sub to them anyway. Sorry if I missed who you're in. I said hi to Tommy and Tracy in America. Hopefully the Americans are doing well, and the Australians. Cheers, Poppy and Diary of a Flipper. Do go and check out everyone's channel. Say hello and sub. And I know I did say here that less distractions while listening. So basically make sure, last thing, that you know you're going to do like what Pete does, Mr. Cummins, the vinegar jar, your 5 listings, and then you can have like what I say, half an hour with a live stream or a video after lunch, with your lunch. And then have certain times, make sure you do your listings or your packing. I can't, for myself, when I'm packing or when I'm listing, have YouTube videos in the background. I get too distracted. And same with like chats, with like a lads chat we've got going on, and ping, 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 ping. That's why my phone's half off all the time. So we all got different types of ways of doing these things. I've got to go. Yes, I'll be off soon as well. Cheers, Ashley, and take care, Chrissy. My chat shop, check them and seal them, so I comp and check eBay. Oh. All my chat shops just don't bother, pretty much. That's near London for you. Hey DBG, just about to go and end the stream. You can watch it back and say hello to all your friends. We were talking a bit about actually listing stuff you buy, and then going through these. Best place to list items, auctions, buy it now, best offer, less distractions, having a backlog, and listing how do you do it. Plus 6 weeks holidays are coming up soon, and how are you going to prepare for that? So, thanks everyone. Oh, did you read this last one actually? Down one. I recently gone full time. Well done. A reseller. Your videos are great to watch. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Always nice to have a good comment. It makes my day when everyone comments really nicely. I've been doing this a very long time. I picked up a small USB microphone for 20p at the car boot and sold it within a day, 46. That depends on the brand, but that was great flip. Well done. I do say, if anyone sees me at a boot sale, do say hello, with your distancing of course, and say who you are and do you watch my videos, etc. I don't bite. I know DBG of course, with a winky, wherever it is. I've been on 1 hour and 41 minutes. It's late. Hopefully you're well. If you want to message me later, then please do, DBG. If anyone wants to message me, if they've got any queries about anything, I've got a YouTube, an eBay page in the description below, and a YouTube channel. Obviously, you're on it. Please do put notifications bell on fully. And as I used to say, smash it and whack it. But I've got out of the habit. Do go and subscribe. Cheers from Kim. All that's me to say is like, share, and subscribe. And keep subscribed for more content on Peter Ray's Adventures. And thanks everyone for popping on. Take care. Rest of your week. I shall see you tomorrow in a load of videos. And I'll probably join DWA on Friday night. So prepared for myself on Drinking with Andrew. I've been absent for the last few weeks, but I'll pop on and say hello to Andrew and all the legends. Take care. Have a rest of your week and see you later. Have fun. Bye bye. See you later.